All right. Good morning and welcome back to the Sydney Tokyo overlap. It is 8 p.m. Eastern now, and from today onwards, we do the Sydney Tokyo at 8 p.m. and the London at 2 a.m. Eastern, followed by the New York session 2 at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So let's get started with the daily chart of Euro USD up on your screens right now. So the larger degree counts for euro are as follows. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got a larger degree impulse at a minor. This is a minor degree impulse which confirms that the larger degree trend is up and it is incomplete. This was done, this confirmation we already received in July 2023, which was followed by an ABC corrective decline and prices dropped through the 61.8% Fibonacci ratio, and thereafter, and this is where all the action has lied since 13th of January. What we have realized is where the extended third waves are still in progress, while euro is wanting to build an impulse wave of an equal magnitude as the first one. All right, when I say it could be of an equal magnitude, it means the distance traveled by this particular wave, it could be a larger degree wave C, making it as a zigzag 535, and I've drawn an Elliott channel as well for the zigzag to complete, and it takes us all the way through the 1700 zone or even more than that. So according to this path, uh, that is that could be minor wave 1, 2, and minor wave 3 is still unfolding with 4 and 5 still remaining. All right, so if we look at the distance to be traveled, we are around midway right now. All right, so let's look at all the action which is happening on a 4-hour time frame. What we have defined here is higher minute degree waves, which is a higher degree, and the third of minute degree is still unfolding. There you are. So the third wave of a minute degree is still unfolding, and if you look at the lower degrees, minute wave 1, 2, and the third wave is within the last waves, that is sub-minute wave 5, which looks to be unfolding right now, is ready to be unfolding right now. Thereafter, we have two more waves, minute wave 4 and 5, to complete minute wave 3 higher. By the time minute wave 3 completes, prices should be comfortably trading close to, I think it's, if this is at 1.12, that should be around 1.14 at least, or 1.15. And by the time the fifth wave of the minute degree is complete, uh, euro could be trading close to 1.16. So if you start from here today, there are almost 800 to 900 points to be made. All right. So trading point of view, let me push through the hourly chart for euro. Let me flip through the hourly. All right. This is lower degree wave 1, between 735 and 855, then followed by lower degree wave 2, and lower degree 3, 4, and 5 are just about to be carved. If we look at the probabilities here, a drop below 735 is very less probable, as we have seen that wave 4 of a sub-minute degree might have just terminated around the 38.2%, which is most likely the Fibonacci correlation where the fourth wave would like to terminate. All right, so trading point of view, it's also it's good to remain on the long side, which we have taken from the last week, and it's also good to initiate longs if you have not yet done that, and if you want to do that. All right, and only one thing we need to keep in mind: for now, the stop loss is going to be around 1 point, not around, but exactly around 1.05. We need to be below that wave 1 termination point, and potential target we could be pointing towards 1.12 and 1.15 respectively. All right, so that is the story for euro. On the long side, please, with the stop loss around 1.15 and 1.05, sorry, even with the potential target of around 1.15. All right, now let's look at the dollar index, please. And we'll start with the dollar index on daily chart to go through the larger degree counts first, and then we'll come back to the 4 hours and if required the hourly chart. Now, as you can see this chart, we got five waves lower at a higher degree. That's a minor degree, wave 1, 2. Third wave was extended as expected, and wave 4 unfolded as a triangle with a thrust wave 5 lower. All right. So that is the first wave of a potential zigzag. That's what the minimum possibilities are. When you see a 5-wave movement, after a corrective wave, another 5-wave movement would unfold at least. Now turning this into a zigzag. All right. So we have a 5 down followed by a 3 up, and ideally we are now looking for a 5-wave decline lower back towards dragging prices back towards the 95, 96 zone. You can see that Elliott channel coming through the 96 zone, correct? Unless and until we see a break above. Now the major resistance is at 109.85, and before that it comes around 107.50. So more or less till the time prices stay below 107.50, ideally it's moving lower, moving south. Right, so that's the larger degree count. Dollar index positioned nicely towards the south side, approximately 95 price action, and here is the 4-hour time frame where it could be minor degree waves as well. We have taken a minute degree, and 3 different levels of degrees have been presented here. The minute wave 1, 2, and so minute wave 3 is still progressing with 4 and 5 left. Within minute wave 2, we have minute A 1 and 2, And minute 3 is progressing with 4 and 5 remains. And earlier in March, the sub-minute wave 3 already completed as an extension. So after that huge collapse in the first week of March, the rest of the March was a bit of a sideways action, which is no surprise after such a price action on one side. But the sideways uh, movement has exceeded a bit. That's what, uh, in terms of the time, with the minute sub-minute wave 4 already now looking complete at 104.50-60 zone. All right. So what we have done, what we have presented, if it is correctly done, then we are towards 100 levels, 101 level to be precise, where the sub-minute wave 5 is expected to terminate. Alongside, it will terminate minute wave 3. All right, so we are targeting 101 as a potential short term. We might take profits there partially because after that, maybe minute wave 4 and 5 would unfold on the north side and south side respectively, terminating wave 3 and then the minute wave 4 and 5. All right. So that is the story which is most likely to unfold in the dollar index. So, trading point of view, we have already initiated shorts over the last week, but if you are still wanting to contemplate taking a short call, this would be still an ideal place where prices are just around 104.15 and the stop loss would go and the risk would go somewhere around 107 with the potential take profit around 101, 97 and 95 respectively. All right. So that is the story in the dollar index. Let's move on to the GBP USD, where we look at the 4-hour time frame, and it is telling us a clear story that first of all, the resilience, the kind of resilience that pound has shown, is quite more or larger than what Euro USD is showing. So up on your screens is I've plotted the minute degree. Wave 1, 2 and minute wave 3 is still progressing with another two lower degrees, wave 1 and 2 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that is minute and sub-minute degrees waves unfolding right now. In short, the wave theory suggests that pound is also unfolding wave 3 at three different degrees, minute, minute, and sub-minute. The sub-minute wave 3 is already extended, and we now have sub-minute wave 4 in hand, neatly placed around 108, just ahead of 108 over the last week. Possibly we have lower degree waves, 1s and 2s also being carved out. They were. We've got wave 1 and 2 being carved out. And if that is correctly done, then we are looking at the third wave rally to materialize soon enough with a potential target of 32, possibly 35 actually. And by the time the complete five-wave structure, the five-wave structure or the five-wave minute structure completes, we should be somewhere around 1.37 up there, 1.37, 1.39. All right. So trading point of view, it is good to remain long, and it is also good to initiate longs if you are not done yet. But stop loss ideally would go at 1.25, and the reward or the take profits would rally all the way towards 32, 37, and 39 respectively. All right, so that's the story in pound. Let's move on to gold. We will start with the daily chart. Yeah, I've done the counts here on gold. That was potential buy earlier. Now the situation is changing. So if you allow me to take the daily chart first, what we are seeing right now is let's do it again on a cleaner chart. Let's do it again on forex.com. Okay. It will take only a minute to put the counts right at the right place. We start with the minor degree. So we got minor wave 1, 2, straight up there, minor wave 3, 4, and 5. Alright, that's the larger degree, the minor wave 5. We put it a bit higher because we still have 2 more degrees to print. And the first thing we change is we bring it to a minor degree. Okay. And then we shift our focus to a minute degree, which is unfolding between the minor wave 5. All right. Now that is a minute degree. So what we are seeing right now is two particular wave 5 potentially terminating at 2 different degrees on the daily chart, right? If we go back on a 4-hour time frame, we can evaluate, we can actually print the sub-minute waves here between minute wave 4 and 5. And that would confirm, or that would all further confirm that wave 5 is terminating not at 1 2 but 3 different degrees, and that is what is important to understand. And if it is correctly done, and if it goal is completed, it's 5 waves here as well. It looks like an impulse already complete. We've got the third degree of wave 5 complete. All right, and not only the waves are completing, but also the Fibonacci extensions are completing. There you go. The 61.8%, 0.618% already complete. It was extending towards 3142. Now it has hit the 3145 mark. So that is also complete. The channel is completing. It's tested the channel resistance as well. You can see there. So a major top might be in place, or it could be in place by just one more wave. Assuming that what we have done might be incorrect, there could be one more high. But there is a technique, there is a way to find out if what we have done is correct or not. We just need to count 5 waves. Can we see 5 waves? No, sir. We are not able to count 5 waves right now. We can see wave 1 or A, wave 2 or B, and wave 3 or C being carved out right now as we speak. So if we have 5 wave lower, maybe in the next 24 to 48 hours, if gold prints 5 waves lower, then it is kind of confirming that the upside is complete and the downside has begun. All right, trading point of view, we are not very keen to initiate long positions at this price. We are keen to sell on rallies. All right, and we've already done 2 short entries in the portal, but book profit short term. I mean, around 2,500 points and uh, average 2,000 points each. So it's around 4,000 points profits booked in the last 48 hours in gold. But right now we are lying flat. So we would want to see that 5 wave drop complete. And once it is done, it's going to instill further confidence because a possibility remains that the third wave extended right here. We've got wave 1, wave 2 of a lower degree, and all the way the third wave extended itself. Now we are having wave 4, and possibly we might have wave 5 as well. All right, so we've got to be a bit more vigilant when we are dealing on the south side. If another drop confirms an impulse wave or a motive structure, then it's going to instill great confidence for us to go and sell further. All right, so trading point of view, we are flat at the moment, but we have already sold twice and taken profits in the past 48 hours. All right, and we are willing to wait for a while and initiate short positions again. But it looks like gold is quite close, or gold has already completed its 5 wave structure at 3 different degrees. In fact, more than 3 different degrees. All right. So that is the story in gold. Just waiting for another price entry to initiate short positions. Finally, before we bring this session to a pause, uh, Bitcoin chart that is okay. We have already confirmed Bitcoin has moved 5 waves lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The fifth wave kind of terminated a bit shorter around the 76 mark, but then it is neatly carving a corrective ABC right there. And wave C is expected to push around 94,000 mark. So 94,000 is the key where we would be inclined to initiate short positions. All right. So rather than going counter trend long, and we really don't know if the prices will reverse lower from ahead of 91. It's quite possible. Corrective waves are very tricky to handle. So it's better we wait for the right price before entering on the short side. So we are flat in Bitcoin, but we are watching price action. We are watching price action rally, and then we would like to initiate short positions from there. All right. So Dow Jones, we will pick up in the New York Times or the uh, the London Times. But as far as the price action is concerned, we are we are waiting for wave C rally to materialize a bit higher from where prices are trading here. So Dow Jones, we are waiting for at least 43,300, possibly 44,000 before we can enter on the short side again. All right. So let's bring it a pause here. And these are the stories as we move in the Tokyo Sydney overlap with the euro virtually on the long side, dollar index on the short side, pound on the long side firmly placed. Gold, we have completed a couple of short positions. We are still waiting to get on the short side. So watch out for the portal signals. Bitcoin and Dow Jones, we are waiting for their respective wave twos as discussed earlier. All right, so let's bring this up, the current session to a pause, and we'll be back again in a few hours. Remember, the time for London session has now changed from 5 a.m. Eastern to 2 a.m. Eastern. So kindly make note of that. And the New York session 2 stays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, preceded by 8 a.m. Eastern. All right. So until the next one, as always, please do take care and God bless. Goodbye.